Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So it's the middle of January and I've got more gold to show you. This time it's my last gold pickup of the month. Hey, welcome back everybody. So here we are. We've met our goal of a 1/4 ounce of gold for the month of January. And here in front of you, I've got 3 special coins from Australia's Perth Mint. And the first coin, which I showed you, which was my first gold pickup of 2020, is the coin here to the right. And we'll go ahead and move this one out of the way. It's this coin here, which is the 1/10 ounce Australian kookaburra. This is a limited mintage coin, 15,000 minted. I was lucky and my wife actually got this for me for Christmas. Thank you, wifey. Really cool coin. So this was the first gold pickup of 2020. And then in a video about a week ago, I featured, there were no words in the video. The whole family was sleeping. We've all been kind of under the weather as well the last couple of weeks. But I showed you that I picked this up through eBay using eBay bucks. And this is a 1/10 ounce Lunar Series 3 mouse. And it's a beautiful coin. It really is. So the coins are, they're a little thinner, but they look bigger. You know, for the 1/10 ounce size, especially for those that have a nice design, I feel like that's important. So then finally, so guys and girls, I had $47 in eBay bucks remaining after I picked up this the Lunar Series 3 1/10 ounce coin, and the silver that I showed in that video. And so I applied that to this. So I did have a balance of about I think it was about $53 or $54, but I picked up this smaller version, 1/20 ounce Lunar Series 3 mouse coin from the Perth Mint. Let's see here. So you can see it's a bit smaller. It's a kookaburra there again. Let's bring the 1/10 ounce coin in next to it so we can have a look. All right, let's see if I can balance my hand. And there you go. 0.15 ounces of Perth Mint gold. And if we back that out, we can add the first pickup, 1/4 ounce of gold. So I'm on track for the month of January in gold. And I can tell you I'm already exceeding my silver target as well, thanks to the coin show last week here in Orlando. So my son and I, if you didn't see that video, we made the trip over to Orlando and the convention center there and picked up a few Mercuries, a Benji, a Walking Liberty $50. Nothing fancy, but it was fun. It was fun getting to the show. It was my first big show, and it was a good time for my boy and I. And if you got to go to the show, I know a few of you did. Spectacular and TheFloridaStacker over from the UK, as well as a few of the subscribers to this channel. I saw some comments that you attended the show. Shasta, I believe you were one of the commenters. And anyways, it was a good time. It really was. I wish that I had planned it out better. And so for next year, I will. Just point blank. I'll dedicate a day, probably go to the show 2 days, so I can take the family one day and you know, go one day on my own and do some good filming for the channel for those of us that are not able to attend in real life and have to tune in through YouTube. You know, I'd like to bring that to you. So, but until then, because that is a year away, if you are here from that coin show video, thank you for Thank you for swinging by. I hope you stick around. The stack is growing. The investments are growing. And I wanted to tell you real quick about what's coming up. So I did want to wait until I had reached about $5,000 in cash before I started this project, but well, I'm being a little impatient, so I went ahead and started it with $4,000, and I'll be featuring here soon my first video covering electronic precious metals based ETFs. So I put together a $4,000 portfolio that is 50% in physical metals, approximately 25% in gold and silver miners, and then about another 25% in real estate. So anyways, I'm gonna share that with the channel here, and you know, keep you abreast of how that's going. Hopefully a weekly update on that account. So I plan, of course, on adding cash to it as we go along, as well as accumulating on the physical side. So stay tuned soon for that video. That should be dropping this weekend at the latest. Hopefully I can get it out before then. Other than that, things are going extremely well. And I also showed you last week that I did pick up my first 2020 Silver American Eagle. Have any of you guys gotten one yet? So I got 2 of the proof coins, and but this here, of course, is my main goal, the bullion part, that is. And anyways, I picked this up at the coin show for $25, and that's a bit pricey. Texas Precious Metals now has the coins for sale, so I did order another couple of coins from them for my weekly silver purchase last week. They should be getting here this week sometime. And that should conclude it for silver for the month of January. If you recall, I picked up this 10-ounce gold bar. I've gotten some Mercury dimes, a couple of 64 Washington quarters, 45 Roosevelt dimes, a couple of silver American Eagles, and the proof coins. So got to be careful not to bounce off the rev limiter, if you know what I mean, too hard. So we're going to coast into February looking good with some cash in the bank, and yeah, and then we'll see what we can do in February. But until then, I'll have my precious metals ETF portfolio video dropping soon. I'm also going to be dropping a video covering JM Bullion's veteran discount, which is something that I use quite frequently. I'm also going to look at, I'm going to do an in-depth video. It's going to take a little more time to get this one dropped, but it's going to take a real good in-depth look at premiums when it comes to buying bullion, especially using the online brokers such as APMEX, JM Bullion, Prominent Metals, Monument Metals, SD Bullion, you know, the really popular ones, and we'll look at a few others. But I'm using math and some spreadsheets and some actual hard data here, because I hear all the time that, you know, I'm not stacking any gold because it's too expensive. And I'm like, okay, but you've got like 100 ounces of silver this year. So anyways, it's not an anti-silver thing. I'm a silver stacker. It's just that my preference is for gold. It's almost a 1/3, 2/3 relationship. Not quite. I've got about 35% of my stack's value in silver at this current time. But anyways, the point I'm trying to get to is I want to give you guys a real good in-depth look at premiums. And does it make more sense to focus on the 1/10 ounce gold coins over the silver American Eagle, or is it a better idea to stack, you know, your generic rounds and bars? And so I'm gonna dig into that, and bear with me. It might be a couple weeks before that one hits, but there'll be some research behind it. So until then, guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. I know that's a lot of rambling. I'm happy you're here, and hopefully you enjoyed looking at these gold coins like I do. So before we end the video, we'll just take a closer look. Until next time we talk, guys, you know, good health to you. I hope you're all feeling well. I know some of you have been down, and if you fall into that category, then you know, I hope you feel better real soon. Spring's right around the corner. Can you believe we're halfway through the first month of the year? Jeez. Anyways, good health and prosperous wealth to you all. Until our next video, here's a little gold and silver to say goodnight to.